Behemoth is a Bulger and Mabillard hypercoaster located at Canada's Wonderland in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. It opened in 2008 and stands 230 feet or 70 meters tall, has 5,318 feet or 1,621 meters of track, and reaches a top speed of 77 miles per hour or 124 kilometers per hour. This coaster is amazing, packed with several moments of sustained floater airtime. It is such a great ride that there are even debates about whether it is the best ride at Canada's Wonderland. This is our full-length, in-depth review of Behemoth and our comments about what you can expect when you go to Canada's Wonderland to ride this coaster. Now, let's get into the review. When it acquired the former Paramount parks, including Canada's Wonderland in 2006, Cedar Fair started pouring several significant investments into each park. One of the first investments Cedar Fair made was a new large-scale hypercoaster at Canada's Wonderland named Behemoth, the first of 3 B&M hypers to open at the former Paramount parks. The others were Diamondback at Kings Island in 2009 and Thunderstriker at Carowinds in 2010. Behemoth is located in the Action Zone section of the park, and it is actually one of the first coasters you see when you arrive at Canada's Wonderland as you drive on Canada's Wonderland Drive. Even though it is one of the first coasters you see upon arriving at the park, Behemoth is on the edge of the park. To get to the ride, you take a left off of International Street and make your way through the Grand World Exposition section and into Action Zone. You will actually walk past Sledgehammer as you make your way to the roller coaster. As you approach the ride's entrance, you will see Behemoth's unique ride sign. Rather than a marquee, Behemoth's ride sign is simply individual letters atop poles. This entrance looks nice, especially when a train progresses into the waiting break. As you make your way through the queue, you will not see much theming at all. What you will see, however, is some great landscaping, which looks nice. You climb up some stairs into the station where you will still see no theming. You will see one of Behemoth's 3 16-row, 32-passenger trains. As the first of 3 Cedar Fair, Bulger, and Mabillard hypers, Behemoth was the first to use the longer trains with the V-staggered seating, which would also be used on Diamondback and Thunderstriker. These trains also have the Cedar Fair seatbelt clamshell restraint combo. Once you have boarded your train, fastened your seatbelt, secured your clamshell restraint, and cleared dispatch, you make a right-hand turn out of the station towards the lift hill to start your ride. At the top of the lift hill, you start plummeting down Behemoth's 226-foot or 69-meter first drop sloped at 75 degrees. If you are sitting in the back rows, you get some great floater airtime as you go down this first drop. At the bottom of the first drop, you pull up into a massive camelback airtime hill, which delivers some good sustained floater airtime. You will feel this airtime the most if you are sitting in either the front or the back rows. As you come off that airtime hill, you then pull up into a banked hammerhead turnaround, which pulls some good forces. You then pull up into another airtime hill. Unlike the first airtime hill, though, this one has a trim brake on it. You still get some good floater airtime going over this airtime hill. As you come off that second airtime hill, you fly over another airtime hill, which delivers similar airtime to that of the second airtime hill. You then fly over yet another airtime hill before climbing up into the mid-course brake run. The mid-course brake run slows you down a tad before diving off of it into a 540-degree downward helix. After that downward helix, you enter a 270-degree upward helix, followed by one final airtime hill before climbing up into the final brake run to complete your ride. Behemoth is the original Cedar Fair, Bulger, and Mabillard hyper, and it is a great roller coaster. It is packed with several moments of sustained floater airtime, a couple of strong airtime pops coming off the 270-degree helix and right before the final brake run, and a good amount of positive G-forces during that 540-degree downward helix. It also has a great setting right next to the water. But what makes Behemoth so good is that it delivers a more intense ride experience than the other 2 Cedar Fair, Bulger, and Mabillard hypers. A couple of its airtime moments border on flow-ejector, weak ejector airtime, especially the previously mentioned moments after the mid-course brake run and before the final brake run. While there are similar moments on Diamondback and Thunderstriker, Behemoth's moments hit much better. It is no wonder why there is a debate among Wonderland parkgoers as to which of the 3 Bulger and Mabillard coasters at the park is the best. As for the best places to sit on the train, we recommend sitting towards either the front or the back of the train for the best ride experience. A front row ride gives great floater airtime climbing up into those airtime hills, while a back row ride gives great sustained floater airtime coming off of those airtime hills. While you will experience some airtime while sitting in the middle rows, the front and back rows are where this coaster shines. Aside from the ride experience, Behemoth's operations are fairly good. Even with a full queue, the ride operators work efficiently to keep the lines moving. While there is the occasional stack on the brake runs, Behemoth's crew does a great job rolling trains. This is especially true on days when the park is packed. Behemoth also has bins on the ride platform. Thus, riders need not leave their things with non-riders, which is quite nice. This coaster put Canada's Wonderland on the map, and it is not hard to see how. Its airtime hits so well, and that layout is really good. Overall, Behemoth is a great roller coaster. It is some of the best sustained floater airtime on any Bolliger and Mabillard hypercoaster. While those trims are annoying, Behemoth's airtime hills still deliver good to great airtime, and its hammerhead turnaround and 540-degree downward helix pull some of the strongest positive G-forces on any B&M hypercoaster. For a final score, we give Behemoth an 8.5 out of 10. There really is a lot to love about this hypercoaster. Great first drop, strong floater airtime, and some good forces. Behemoth is a must-do at Canada's Wonderland and is easily one of the top 3 coasters in the park. So, let us know in the comments below if you have ridden Behemoth at Canada's Wonderland, and if so, what you think about it. If you enjoyed this video or are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for more coaster content like this. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more coaster reviews and amusement park content coming soon to Coaster Adventures, and we hope to see you in the next one.